Donald Trump has spoken to the media after pleading not guilty to federal charges relating to his handling of classified documents. North America correspondent Barbara Miller is outside the court in Miami, Florida, where you have been for many hours now as this very historic day has occurred in US politics. Barbara.
That's right, Lisa. Donald Trump came here from his golf course on the outskirts of the city. He was taken into this courthouse where he was fingerprinted, not photographed, and his lawyers pled not guilty on 37 charges he's facing. Now, 31 of those are allegations that he essentially hoarded top secret documents containing national defense information, containing information which should only have been seen by members of the Five Eyes Alliance, for example. They're detailed in a couple of the counts. Australia, one of the Five Eyes members. He went from here to a Cuban restaurant, an unannounced stop, but there were many supporters there waiting for them, so clearly not a totally spontaneous event. They actually sang happy birthday to him there. Donald Trump is turning 77 Wednesday local time. That's tomorrow local time. And as you said, Lisa, he made some brief remarks.
I think it's going great. I think it's a rigged deal here. We have a rigged country. We have a country that's corrupt. We have a country that's got no borders. We have a country that's got nothing but problems. We're a nation in decline. And then they do this stuff. And you see where the people are. We love the people. And you see where they are. You see the crowds and everything else. We have a country that is in decline like never before. And we can't let it happen. I'm going to make a little speech tonight in Bedminster, and I hope you're going to be there.
Now, that speech tonight will be in New Jersey. Donald Trump has now taken off from Florida, thanking the people of Miami for a warm welcome on what he said was a sad day for the country. He's going back to yet another of his golf courses in New Jersey, where he often spends the hot summer months, and he'll make remarks at what's actually being billed now as a fundraising event. That's for his bid to come back to the White House in 2024 to win the Republican nomination. Now, by his side is Walt Nauta. That's his valet and aide, sometimes called his body man. He is co-charged with Donald Trump in this case. He was also in court this afternoon, and there was some confusion about this, but he didn't actually enter a plea. That's Walt Nauta. He's still organizing a local lawyer for that. The magistrate judge was going to order Donald Trump not to have contact with Walt Nauta. Donald Trump's lawyers objected to that, saying, he relies on Donald Trump for his income, but he's now been ordered not to discuss the case with Walt Nauta. There always had been speculation that a person very close to Donald Trump might turn in this case, might testify against him. That certainly doesn't seem to be the case so far. Walt Nauta staying very close to his boss's side throughout this very historic day.
And Barbara, there were no phones or laptops allowed inside the court, but people who were in there, what did they indicate about the demeanour of the former president?
That's right. I mean, often in federal court, no filming is allowed. We're, of course, used to seeing images from some famous cases here in the States. That's often in a state or a local court. It's the exception rather than the rule in federal court. In addition, a further ruling was made, as you say, for today, that people weren't even allowed to have a phone in there, in the courthouse at all with them. What we're hearing, though, is that Donald Trump was defiant in there. He didn't speak. His lawyers did that for him. He had his arms crossed. We hear his head bowed. That sounds like a similar stance to what we saw in New York when he faced criminal charges there just a couple of months ago. That's over the alleged payment of hush money to the former porn star Stormy Daniels.